Hello everyone, my name is Michael Chigozimube, aka M. David Comedy. Um, I'm here to talk about a particular topic, which I'm here with my wonderful good friend. Please, the viewers would like to know your name.
Hello everyone, my name is Kevin Ngube, which obviously you'll understand that is an African name.
Oh, really? Why you don't look like Africa? So why are you answering the African name?
I'm not African. I'm not African. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. All right. We have a wonderful topic to talk about the things that is happening in our society, in our lives, in our religious area. And the topic we have today is discrimination. Mr. Kevin, what can you really talk about discrimination in our society and in our lives?
Discrimination is alive and well in this country, and it takes various forms. Some is quite obvious, some is casual, and some is hidden. I've been involved in interview panels where the interviewer or the manager in charge has gone through people's CVs, and literally as soon as they see a foreign name, especially Polish or African or even Caribbean, that CV goes straight in the bin. So that is hidden discrimination because you don't see it. Yeah, the casual discrimination is when you get treated differently. Okay. You're in a queue, right, at the Starbucks, and you're not treated the same. Yeah. Right, because you might be wearing a hijab. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You might be black. Yeah. Or you might be Indian, or you might be another race, and then you get treated completely differently. You don't get the usual the greeting. They'll just say, can I take your order, please? Yeah. There's no conversation between you and them. It could be sex. Yeah. It could be it could be sexual orientation if people perceive that. But there's also institutional racism, which is the one that's built into society, and that is the one that's learned behaviour, because you're not born to discriminate. Okay. When you're a baby and you're born, you don't have anything. Yeah. And that comes from your upbringing. I hate to say it's parents, but I would say that 60 to 70% of what you've learned as a child. I learnt it as a child when I was 6 and 7 years old by what my parents said to me about the Asian communities in Bradford, where I lived. They were taking over, they were taking the jobs, they were running the places down. And I remember when we had to sell the house because my mum was pregnant with my sister, there had been quite a few Asian people moving because it was affordable. And the first thing my mum and dad said was, the prices are just going to fall through the floor. That is discrimination that you learn. Okay. Yeah. And there's other areas to that span out. Going into town, going shopping. Yeah. Say, there's too much Asian food. There's too much black food. When there was actually very little. These are not Asian and black food. They're just exotic to this country.
It's good. I've found that most of the things that is happening based on discrimination, it didn't just start from maybe when you were born. I think it's what we have really learned from our friends or learned from our parents. Yeah. Especially most parents. I would like to say that I've had once experience of based on the time that my mom would be like, "Hey, I don't want you to go outside, they would like, I'm trying to protect you." I think they use this word of protection, trying to push the child away from others. But to me, I see that is wrong. Now, what we want to talk about is, what do you think is the effects of this discrimination based on our individual and to the society? What's the real damage of this?
The real damage, Michael, is mental health. Okay. And that has been a big topic over the last couple of years. And now companies have got a legal responsibility to look after their staff's mental health. I work for an extremely large company that does a lot of work for government and in defence as well, and we are audited on people's mental well-being. But it also affects when people are excluded, because that lowers your self-esteem. You know, because you sit there and think, why am I not good enough to go over to the sandwich shop, right, with the 4 or 5 people that go on a regular basis? Why do I not get invited? You know, I've seen it done, you know, where there was a Nigerian man in our office, and he was sat in the corner of an office with no windows to look out of. Wow. You know, and nobody ever spoke to him. There was nobody sat next to him. There's nobody sat at the back of him. You know, and I made a conscious decision to actually go and talk to him, and I got to know him quite well, and he actually taught me some Nigerian as well, which I'm really bad at. But it felt that somebody was, you know, just interacting with him.
Okay.
You know, and we used to go over to the deli, and you know, we used to get just, you know, like a salad sandwich or something like that. But at least he was included, because the worst thing you can do is exclude somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Health. Yeah, just remember one thing that it happened. I remember that I went to apply a job, and they looked at me. One looked at me very well. From head to toe was like, "Where are you from?" You know, I mentioned where I'm from, my tribe, and person said, "Oh, sorry, we are not actually looking for you." But it happened to be that they gave the same person because he's from the same tribe with the person.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, this is what they call in here we call it racism, but back then we call it tribalistic life. So I was like, you know, I felt bad. I felt, oh, that means I'm not good. I'm not there. Yeah. And I was so damn good. Yeah. But now today, with all this, with effect of this, now a lot of people are really facing a lot of depression because of this discriminating thing.
Yeah. And
we found that it's difficult for them to come out of it, because you cannot avoid it, no matter how you try. Also, now, what is your advice to those people? What do you think that should be at least one of their strengths to uphold?
The number one advice I would give to somebody is don't listen. Okay. Right? Do not go home, right, and repeat those thoughts in your head. I've done it, and I've suffered from depression this year, as a lot of people do know about my employment. I went through 12 weeks off work because of what I went through, and that literally was just going home, going straight to bed, not eating properly, not drinking properly, you know, just laying in bed all the time, and then just letting those words go round and round. You are better than that.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to think you are better than that. Do not go down to that level, because that's where people want you. As soon as people have got you down to that level, then they'll take advantage. And the one thing I would never ask anybody is, where are you from? Because I find that racist.
Yeah.
I would say, what's your heritage? Yeah. Which I think is a more fairer word to use, you know. But like you just said earlier on, right, when you were talking on an interview, you were probably judged on your accent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because obviously you can tell that me and you don't have the same accent.
Yeah. So
straight away somebody has made that decision. Oh, he can't speak the Queen's English. I can't speak the Queen's English. Really? I'm a Yorkshireman. I speak Yorkshire.
Okay.
You know? So why would I, you know, discriminate, you know, against somebody that actually doesn't have the same dialect?
Yeah. Okay.
You know, if somebody came from Newcastle, right, I wouldn't discriminate against them. If somebody came from Scotland, I wouldn't discriminate against them. But somebody hears a different voice, yeah, then that's when it kicks in, and that's what we need to get rid of in this country. We need to do a lot of education.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that was so wonderful. And you, like the last part you said, education. You know, most people need to be educated about this. Everything that doesn't concern with color, doesn't concern with where you're from or the culture or the religion. I believe that everyone is one, and there's something that I have in my life. I believe in my life is that be a Muslim, be a atheist, be a Christian, we all are human.
Yeah.
And we all should love ourselves no matter the situation. It's not because he doesn't believe in the supreme being or he doesn't believe in God means that this person doesn't have the right to work in my company. And I believe that most people should not look at the
Superficial.
yeah, they should look for what the professional intelligence of the person. There are a lot of people that have talents. There are people that have dreams. And there are people that believe that this is going to work. So you're killing their dreams because of religion. Come on. It's really, really disheartening. And it kills a lot of people.
Religion does play a part of it. I mean, I used to work with a guy from Kosovo when the Serbs and the Kosovans and I can't remember was it the Hutus and the others were all at war, and he was actually thrown into a pit to be shot.
Oh shit!
And he managed to feign that he'd been killed, and he crawled out, and he managed to come to this country, and he was a Muslim. And I obviously I can't say his name for personal reasons.
No. That is not.
But you know, I was brought up Church of England, so effectively, I don't call myself a Christian anymore, because I'm not. But he was talking to me about his religion, and he brought his prayer mat into work, and he was showing everybody, what they have, what to do, what the prayers meant, the kneeling down. And it's not called bowing, I can't remember what it's called now, and then what they were saying afterwards. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to do that, that's fine. Sometimes I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense. If you want to be like a Muslim, a Hindu, a Sikh, what's the other ones? I can't remember now. There's quite a few in there. It's fine. Most of my friends, are all different religions.
Yeah.
And we all tolerate each other. We all get on. So there is that bit, but religion, I'm not going to say does have a massive part, really, in it. But keep it to yourself. Don't try and force it on anybody else.
Yeah.
Because we're like Michael says, we're all human at the end of the day.
Yeah. Thank you so much, wonderful viewers. You would have heard of what our wonderful good friend said, Mr. Kelvin, telling you that what you should do to avoid this depression than the one that will lead you to death, because most people have been committing suicide because of all this. I tried it. Yeah. But one is what? Do not listen to what they say about you. You are not what they say. Even if they tell you that you're worthless, come on, you need to tell yourself that you're not. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of things that people are saying. Let me tell you that that's one thing I believe in my life is that when I came out from the depressed life, I began to take in the positive part of what people tell me. I found out that when I removed that negative aspect of life, I got to see the real good of it.
Yeah.
So the advice to people is, one, remove your mentality from, so I'm worthless or I'm not useful. There are people who have really fought hard to make sure that they get there, even with equality, and talk about whether you are sick, you're from a tribe or whatever, that it doesn't matter. You can apply and they will employ you. The only thing they'll take precaution, or maybe all they'll do is that if you have medication or find a way to put you under treatment, which you will get better. So that is the kind of thing that we all should do. It's not about discriminating, telling people that, oh, come on, you are not worthy. Somebody once told me, I'm not your type. And I told the person, I am not your type too. You can't give me that kind of word and you expect me to accept it. So, to my wonderful viewers, I've come to the end of this wonderful talk show. And if you want to see more of our videos and more of this discussion, I want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, M. David Comedy. Alright, see you guys next time.